Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for 2025. Find a comfy spot, grab a warm drink, and let's see what Spirit has to say. So, today is really exciting. We're going to be doing a whole year reading for the year of 2025 for you. We will take a look at each month, as well as love, career, and personal development. And then we will finish off the reading with a self care card and an affirmation card for you. If you would like to skip ahead to after I've pulled all the cards, I will put a timestamp in the description box below, okay? If not, you can stick around and watch me shuffle. All right, so 2025 for Sagittarius, please. Okay, and now love, career, and personal development. Okay, so this all looks very interesting. So let's dive into this for you. So January, we start off the year with the energy of generosity. So let's pull some tarot, see if we can get a wider view of the message here. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords. Okay, so for some of you, January could be a really good month for you financially, and in your career. For others of you, this may be, this is kind of strange. Some of you may be getting some type of like inheritance or something like that from somewhere or some place that you did not expect it from. So if some of you have recently had like a grandparent or a parent pass away, and maybe you thought that they didn't have any money or assets, or that you weren't included in that, there's some type of like surprise inheritance coming through for you. If that is not your story, and you don't have like a parent or a grandparent that just passed away, this is, again, kind of going back to, it's just a really, really, really good month for you in your job and in your career. I'm definitely not telling anybody to run out and buy a lottery ticket. I think the lottery is like a scam, but some of you could possibly like win some type of money or some type of contest through work here, or not through work as well. If any of you like maybe entered a contest for like a vacation or something like that, you may find out here in January that you won that. So that's really cool. So it's a very, very good month financially for you, which is a really great time of year to be like lucky and abundant financially, because January is usually, pretty rough for a lot of people because it was just, the holidays, and typically most of us spend more than we make in December. So that's amazing. Good for you. So moving on to February, you have passage. So you're going to be going through something. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles and the Fool. Okay, so some of you are going to be going through something in February that has to do with your home. Like, this could be family for some of you, But for a lot of you, I feel like this is something financial. So if you have been like waiting to hear if you like if your offer was accepted on a home, or if you've been waiting to hear like if you're going to be approved for a mortgage, something like that, it turns out really, really well for you because you have the Fool card. So it's like a new beginning. So you're going to be going through something financially in February that kind of causes more stability and a new beginning for you. For some of you, if this doesn't have to do with money, this could be with like your career, or maybe you're selling your house and downsizing. Something like that. There's a transition, either work-wise or financially, happening for you in February, and the outcome to it is really, really good. It causes a beautiful new beginning for you, and a very stable new beginning. So good for you, Sagittarius. This looks amazing so far. Wow. All right, so moving on to March, we have expansion. And I don't think I've gotten this card yet for anybody. So let's see, expansion. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, something is going on here. Something really, really amazing. I I don't ever like choose, at least in these readings, these yearly readings, I'm not choosing to read any of the months as like finance, love, or any other like section. That's why I pulled separate cards for that. But there is something going on here for you in the whole like first quarter of the year that is really, really like abundant. Because you got the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles with expansion. So if you did get an inheritance, or you did end up selling your house or you were approved for a mortgage, or whatever it is that's happening for you in the beginning part of the year here, there's ripple effects to that, and they're really, really, really positive and abundant. So if you did get an inheritance here in January, and let's say you chose to invest in something in February, it's like it starts paying off right away in March. Or yeah, like if this is just you doing really well at your career, you could be getting a bonus. You could be getting, just starting to make more money, like upping your salary. You could be switching positions. And you make a lot more money than you used to. There's something really, really amazing going on for you financially in the first quarter of 2025. So that's really, really cool. And it's like you finally feel capable of doing this by yourself. Like you don't need to depend on anyone for anything else anymore. Not saying that you don't. Like some of you may be like married or have a partner and you split things 50-50. But it's like this whole first quarter of the year, you're coming into like this knowing that like no matter what happens, you're good. You got your own back. Like you're able to financially support yourself and any of your dependents should anything happen, which is a really, really beautiful, like peaceful place to be at. When you're secure financially, it alleviates a lot of the burdens in life, right? So good for you. Okay, so moving on to April here, you have knowledge. Knowledge, 8 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Okay, so in April, I think you're walking away from something that you were stuck in before, and you're walking towards something that is 10,000 times better than what you were stuck in before. And it's like now it's actually really funny. So this is a knowledge card, but like there's these little like gold bubbles, and to me they're representing coins right now. And it's like because of this like financial freedom, this financial upgrade that you have in the beginning part of the year, it's causing you to walk away from like a person, a place, or a thing that was, you know, something that you had to do to survive before. And you're walking towards the Ace of Cups, which is like a brand new beginning, and something way bigger and better than what you had before. So maybe, you know, like this new financial freedom opens you up to be able to like leave your 9 to 5 and start your own business. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting with this. Like you're not trapped in the rat race anymore, you know? Or maybe you could be leaving somebody that you were financially dependent on but was not very nice to you, and now you're able to support yourself, and so you don't, you know, you're not trapped in that anymore. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting off of this. Like you're free now. And speaking of freedom, that is funny. Speaking of freedom, moving on to May, you have the Freedom card. Oh, that is so interesting. So I don't always like I don't usually like look ahead too much, right? I'm just kind of like dealing with the message that I'm currently working on. But this is a really, oh my goodness. King of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. It's free. It's freedom. It is true like independence and freedom. Like you don't have to worry anymore about dealing with any person, place, or thing that puts you down or affects you negatively anymore, because now you are steering your own ship. You're the captain of your own ship now. So you don't need anybody else's opinions or approval or consent or any of that to live your life the way that you want to. It's like you're truly free here in May. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. If this is your story, wow. Good for you. It's like you're finally free. Okay, so moving on to June, we have letting go. Six of Wands and Four of Cups. So you're letting go of all the things that no longer serve you. You're letting go of, this is funny. It's like because now you're free, now you're like emotionally, mentally, spiritually, like letting go of all those things that you walked away from in the earlier part of the year here. But there's two things I want you to be aware of. One, you won at life, basically. Like you come out on top here. You're free. Like when you win your freedom, or you like obtain your freedom, there's nowhere to go but up from there. Like there's nothing more to ask for if you're free, right? So it's like you won. And then the second message that is coming through with this is I want you to just be aware, especially if this is financial for you, okay? People will come calling. People will come out of the woodwork. People will come calling. People will treat you like you are just the absolute best thing since sliced bread if they think that you can help them financially. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. And I'm not saying that if you all of a sudden have all this money, like more money than you know what to do with, I'm not saying don't help the people that you love and who are in your family and stuff. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But I just want you to be aware that if you do find yourself here in an exceptional financial situation, okay? People will know, they will find out, and all kinds of people, good and bad, will come out of the woodwork and try to get you to help them. Okay, so just be discerning about who you help and who you don't, okay? So moving on to July, we have acceptance. Ah, yes, the Hermit and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so in July here, this is really cool. It's like now you finally have like the time and the energy and the resources to be exactly who you were meant to be. So if you've always wanted to like explore spiritual stuff and meditation and like just whatever you're passionate about, whatever you've, like felt that call or that pull towards, um, from life, from the universe, you get to settle into being this free, beautiful version of yourself in July. Okay? And it's like, if there are some things that have happened in your life that you found yourself too busy living life to kind of like unpack and go through and like say before you couldn't afford therapy and you thought you really needed it, or you just felt like nobody kind of understood what you went through. uh there's like a closing of that happening. It's like a true deep acceptance of like where you've been, where you are now, and where you're going in July. It's like you're so in tune with yourself, where you're at, where you've been, where you are, where you're going, like all of that. It's a really, really beautiful energy. It's like you have the space, the time, the resources, the energy to like come back into yourself, into who you were truly meant to be, before you had to do all the adulting to make everything happen all the time. It's like now some of the pressure is off and you get to just be your like beautiful, authentic self. So that's really, really great. So moving on to August, we have purification. Six of Cups and the Chariot. Okay. So in August here, I think you're going to get some closure and be able to move on from a lot of things that happened in your past. Okay. So if any of you have had like tumultuous relationships with like grandparents or parents or caretakers from your childhood, in August here, that gets settled one way or another. So this is not, it can be, and it is preferable this way, if it is like you two sitting down, having a conversation, coming to some middle ground, and then like, everybody apologizes and accepts and forgives and moves on. But for some of us, some of you, that isn't the case. And it's just going to be you coming to terms with all of it and, like having to accept an apology that you're not going to get and you being able to move on. It's like you're purified from all the stuff in your past. Okay. You're really purified from all the stuff in your past in August. And then it's like full steam ahead. You're able to go. It's like, all right, we're taking off from here because I got nothing holding me back anymore. So this is really beautiful so far. Really, 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 really beautiful. Okay, so September, we have leadership. This is really interesting. Let me pull the tarot first before I jump into this. Yeah, Ace of Swords and Eight of Swords. Okay, so this is really cool. September is your full circle moment. So all of the things that you've been through in the months before leading up to September, it's like now you have come full circle and you get to help other people through these things. So you may start like a podcast or a blog or a YouTube channel or an Instagram, whatever, where you like give advice to people who are in similar situations to the ones that you have been in prior in your life. And it's like now that you've like been through all the steps and you've come full circle, now you can help others in those positions. And honestly, it's really, really beautiful, beautiful energy. It's like you're free. You're this person. You're free now. And so you want to help people who are still stuck there, right? And that's absolutely beautiful, because when we go through things and we come out on the other side, I don't think we understand how valuable our knowledge and experience is, because you remember when you're in it, when you're in the thick of it, you're like, I'm alone. Nobody understands how I feel. Nobody else could have, have gone through this. This is crazy. But there really are, there's 9 billion of us or more now on the planet right now. And it's like, there's definitely at the very least 100, if not thousands and thousands of people who are going through exactly, what you've been through in your past, right? So yeah, I see you stepping into some kind of leadership role as far as helping people who are going through what you have gone through in the past. That's beautiful, Sagittarius. Good for you. All right, so October, we have beauty, and you got the High Priestess and the Four of Wands. Okay, so a lot of mixing and mingling going on. There could be celebrations, there could be weddings, there could be baby showers, there could be engagements, there could be birthdays, there could be this, there could be that. So a lot of just socializing in October, a lot of, mixing and mingling. And you are very, very magnetic. So not only are you looking and feeling really good in October, but you have this magnetism about you that's kind of come from you evolving here. And it's pulling in more people who not only need your expertise, but people who can offer you opportunities to share more of yourself and your gifts with the world. So it's going to be a really good time for dating as well. If you are single and looking, it'll be a good time for dating. November, we have family. This makes a lot of sense. I think in the US, November is Thanksgiving. So it makes sense that you'd be spending lots of time with family. And then you have the Devil and the Page of Wands. Okay. So just keep this in mind going into the later half of next year. You may have to spend time with people that you're just not the biggest fan of, but I think that you have come so far this year, spiritually and stuff, that you're going to have a much better way of handling and dealing with it than you did in 2024. They're not going to trigger you as hard. It's not going to affect you as long. You're going to be much more equipped to handle the chaos that is visiting your family in during the holidays. Okay. But also, side note, remember back here in June about, if you're doing really well financially, people are going to come ask for help. So just keep that in mind. Okay. And then we finish up here with next December 2025, and you have wisdom. So this is a beautiful, beautiful way to end the year here. 5 of Cups and 9 of Cups. So this is a really, really beautiful energy because it's you finally, going into the holiday season here, you finally realize, I think, where your time and your energy is best spent. And I think you're choosing to put yourself first a lot. And a lot of these people pleasing tendencies that you had before have fallen away throughout the year. And you're really putting yourself first here next year. You're really no, I'm not going to every single thing. I'll go to this one and that one. That's what I can incorporate into my schedule while still, like keeping all my other commitments and whatever. And, no, I'm not going to talk about this while I'm there because that just always causes a fight. It's like you're just a really happy, healthy version of yourself next December. It's like you've gained all the wisdom. You have all the wisdom that you've learned throughout, like not just the year, but the years prior, right? And so you're better equipped to handle kind of like anything that comes your way here next December. So that's beautiful. So moving on to the next part, we're going to take a look at love, career, and personal growth. So your overall energy for love in 2025 is manifesting dreams. So let's pull some tarot on that and see if we can get a wider message. Okay. Ooh, the Two of Pentacles and the Emperor. Okay. If you are single and looking, if you're coming into 2025 single and looking, there's going to be more than one person who shows up this year. Okay? And you will have to choose which one. I think one is going to show up before the other. And I think that the first one is going to seem good on the outside. But I think your intuition is going to tell you no, this isn't the right person. Hold out for your soulmate. And if you listen to that, I think that you will really reap the rewards of that with the Emperor here. Okay. So I think that you're going to be manifesting a partner here. If you are looking. If you are not looking, I think that this is kind of a unique message, so bear with me here. I think throughout the year, you're going to be trying to manifest your partner to be more loving and attentive to your emotions and your needs. But I think that by the end of the year, you're going to really realize that you are the one who is responsible for your emotional needs. And if you want something from your partner, you have to ask for it. Also, you will be realizing, if you already do have a partner, that if you chose someone who was not able to meet your emotional needs, I think you're really realizing this year that no amount of anything is ever going to change that. Okay? So that is what's going on with you for love for 2025. Moving on to career, we have truth. This is really, really interesting to come through, especially since all of that financial stuff came through in the beginning part of the year. Yeah, 5 of Swords and 6 of Swords. Yes, absolutely. So I think that you're really going to see the truth here about financial abundance this year, what it brings to your life and what it takes away from your life. Okay. And I think that you're going to see through this, I think this is a very large financial turnaround for you here in 2025. And I think that unfortunately you're going to, it's going to bring out people's true colors in your life. So you're going to see really, you're going to see people come forward who didn't, pay attention to you much before. And you're going to see okay, they're only around now because I have more money. And then you're going to see, people fall off naturally because they're jealous and stuff like that. There's just a lot of things coming to the surface, a lot of things, the truth about a lot of things are coming out here when it has to do with career and money this year. If this is not a financial, a huge financial gain for you, and this is more of just your career naturally developing and kind of skyrocketing here, it's the same kind of vibe. You're going to see coworkers, certain ones that didn't want anything to do with you before will, try and be all buddy with you because they think that you'll be able to advance their career. And then again, some people will fall off because they're jealous. So same type of energy, no matter which story is yours, okay? And then finally, we have personal development, and you have energy. And this is like, look at her. She absolutely understands now. She absolutely understands now the power she holds. And I think that that's the whole, like theme of the year for you. When you get to the end of the year, you really realize that like you're in control. You have the power to do, whatever you want. You get to choose what you allow in your life, what you don't, who you allow in your life, who you don't. I think this is a really, really, really amazing, amazing year for self-development for you. It's like you realize that anything is possible. Anything can happen. You can bring anything you want into your energetic field. I think that you're going to be incorporating, especially in the later half of the year, you're going to really start incorporating like meditations and spiritual practices. And that's really going to help you see that, like, the amount of personal power that you truly do hold. So, beautiful reading. Absolutely beautiful. I love everything about it. So before we go, we will pull a self-care card and an affirmation card. So the self-care card is something you can do throughout the year to practice self-care and show yourself a little bit of love. So self-care for Sagittarius for 2025, please. Ooh, I love this. Make a meal. So Spirit wants you to focus on your physical health this year, because there is like wealth, money is nothing if you don't have health. It is nothing if you don't have your health. If you're not healthy enough to enjoy your life, you have absolutely nothing. Okay? So Spirit wants you to take care of yourself physically this year. So eat healthy, eat foods that nurture your body. Okay? Pay attention to the ingredients and the packages, even health, food labeled health food. They sneak stuff in there as well, right? So Spirit wants you to take care of yourself physically and nurture yourself physically this year, okay? And then last card before we go is our affirmation card. So something you can remind yourself of throughout the year to keep yourself positive and aligned. Let's see. Affirmation for Sagittarius for 2025, please. Oh, this is funny. It says something about health. So there you go. My high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. So you just don't forget at all the pieces this year, okay? Because they all play a part here. And going back to energy, your high vibe thoughts create these things. You have so much power. You have so much power. And this is not in like the crazy power hungry way. It's just you have so much personal power available to you. Like, sometimes we can't always control all the things that happen to us in our lives, but a lot of the time we really do have more control than we think that we do. Okay, so just don't forget that. You can choose to be around people you want to be around. You can choose to not be around people you don't want to be around. You can choose to be in places you want to be. You can choose to not be in places you don't want to be. You know what I mean? Like, it's all really up to you. So one more time before we go, your affirmation for the year of 2025 is, my high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Absolutely beautiful. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you for 2025. I hope this reading has been insightful. Until next time, remember, you are smart, kind, beautiful, and brave. Bye, my friend.